guys, MacDee. Today we're at the Little Elm Police Department, joined by Sgt Maxie. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. He's been in for 13 years, so let's learn a little bit about him. Alright, so what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Probably going to be Whataburger.
Okay, and what's your favorite item on the menu?
Probably the patty melt.
Okay, that's a pretty good fan favorite. What's your favorite holiday?
My birthday.
Okay, that's awesome. That's the first. What's the favorite place that you've traveled to in the U.S.?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, and why is that your favorite?
It was just beautiful. It was the first place I'd ever seen real mountains. The culture was really nice.
Yeah.
People were really nice. The climate was excellent.
That's awesome.
Beautiful weather most of the time I was there.
Yeah, that's pretty great. So why did you choose to be your first responder?
I wanted to help those who couldn't help themselves. Just seeing individuals that may have gotten taken advantage of, due to various reasons, and just to help them when they needed help and stand in for them, so people would take advantage of them.
Yeah, so that's awesome. How was your training overall? How long was it, and where was it at?
My academy was 10 months. I'll give a shout out to Eastfield Community College, Eastfield Academy. And you say how hard was it?
How long was it, and where was it? Which is
it's Eastfield, and it was 10 months.
Okay. And then, do you have a funniest memory from training?
Yes. The day that I took my state board exam, the proctor knew that I was very nervous about it, and a couple of friends had already finished their test, and apparently they were in on the joke. When I came out of the exam room, I was nervous, and the proctor looked at me and she says, "Oh, Mr. Maxie," and with a very just blank face, and I said, "Yes," and she said, "Huh," and she goes, "Well, I'm going to give you your test results." I said, "Well, did I pass or fail?" She says, She turned around, she printed them off, and she just looked at me, she goes, "Well, here you go." And at that point I thought I failed.
Right.
Well, unbeknownst to me, my friends ran on a joke, and they told her to act as if I failed, knowing that I'd already passed.
Yeah.
So once I read the score, I was
a little relieved.
I was very relieved.
Yeah. What did you do after training? What happens after training?
I started applying to police departments, and I started out at a very small police department. It was pretty much a stepping stone department. The chief there, I will credit him with telling me that it was a stepping stone department. He wasn't going to allow people to stay more than 2 years. He wanted them to go out and get more experience. So I left there and actually came to Little Elm.
Okay, so you did your 2 years there, and then...
Actually, 2.5.
Okay.
Came to Little Elm.
Awesome, awesome. So what does a day in the life look like for you?
Non-stop.
Okay.
It starts from the moment I get here till sometimes late in the evening when I leave. A lot of times I have to pull myself away from work just to go home.
Yeah.
I mean, I can literally work several more hours just getting things lined out for the next day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty busy. It makes the day go by pretty quick. I
think this is good.
I have more work than I have time sometimes. So,
yeah, I understand that. Let's jump into the first responder life category. So where was one of the favorite places that you traveled to because of being a first responder?
I've never really traveled anywhere because of being a first responder. I've gone to classes in different areas of the state. Most recently, I think, was Houston for a SWAT conference, but never really traveled outside of the state for law enforcement. But like I said, Texas is a big place, and there's lots of places to go.
That's true.
And I've been many places because of law enforcement.
Yeah, that's good. This is kind of jumping back a little bit, but how do you balance your work and personal life?
That is a sorry about that.
No, you're good.
That is that's a hard balance.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually stop working so you can have the life balance.
Yeah.
The home life balance. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. And if you're a family-oriented person, it takes even more work. You know, but it takes an understanding family to get through the day. So.
Yeah, that's good. What is one of your favorite things to do as a first responder?
Be out in the public, just be out on the streets, see different things. Nothing's ever the same. People often use the word routine for police work. Routine stop, routine this. There's nothing routine about police work. As being a first responders, because the environment is ever changing. It constantly evolves. So there's no room for the word routine. That's, I think, is the biggest thing that I enjoy about it. It's ever changing.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. This is my favorite question. Is there an act of courage that you saw in someone else that you want to share? Could have been that you saw firsthand or heard about.
An act of courage?
Mm-hmm.
An act of courage that I saw.
Or heard about.
That I heard about. Oftentimes you hear about officers going into burning buildings and getting people out safe, or jumping into the lake to save someone that's drowning. One of our officers, actually, Officer Holyfield, attempted to save a young man's life by jumping in the lake as the young man was drowning. So that was, in my opinion, that was an act of courage and an act of heroism.
Yeah, for sure. I'd agree with that.
And to all the officers that go out every day, that's 100% to wake up every day and put the hours in. That to me is the act of courage. And, those are the true heroes of
the community.
The job. So you put it in every day.
Yeah, for sure. I know you haven't finished up your career yet, but if you could go back and start it all over, would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You enjoy your time? Yeah.
I'd do it all over again.
That's awesome. What 3 words would you use to describe being a first responder? As your whole career.
Call to duty, courage, and professionalism.
That's awesome. That's all I got. Thank you for your time.
No
Thank
problem.
you for your service.
No problem.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.